Can lighting a match be like my thing now, please? Hi folks, Harry here, and today I am so excited because I just got a hell of a load of books in the post and I've got them and I'm happy about them, and for some reason you guys love book hauls. I have no idea why. I think they're boring, but you guys like them, I'll keep making them. And I constantly keep buying new books, so I will always be able to do book hauls. So I got 8 new books. You're probably drawn to the one with green sprayed edges, so I'll get to that one last, probably. So in this book haul, I got 4 Stephen King books, and the other ones are not by Stephen King. So I'm going to do the 4 Stephen King ones first, and then if you only care about the Stephen King ones, you can leave afterwards. So the first book I got is Firestarter by Stephen King. Oh wait, that looks familiar. Oh yeah, because it's the exact same as this. So I've owned this copy for maybe about a month now, and I'm trying to collect as many different copies of Firestarter as I can, and I ordered this edition from a second-hand online bookshop. And this arrived, and as you can see, they are literally identical, except this one's in slightly better condition. And I'm angry about it. I'm really angry. They've mugged me off, and I am furious. So I'm thinking of trying to get a refund from the site. We'll see what happens. Should I be a Karen, or should I just accept the fact that I now have 2 editions, 2 identical editions of my favourite book? We'll see. I'll probably be a Karen. So I also got The Shining in this edition. So this is the 3rd edition of The Shining that I own. And the reason why I bought this edition is because Hodder and Stoughton, the main publishing house that published Stephen King's books in the UK, are reissuing all of Stephen King's books. I'll throw an image of some of them on the screen. And the first batch of them are coming next month in May. And I do not own all of the current Stephen King books in these editions, so I'm trying to order all of them and get my hands on all of them before they get reissued. So this is my first step. And then lastly, for the 2 Stephen King books, I got The Eyes of the Dragon and Salem's Lot, but these are not any ordinary editions. This is Los Ojos del Dragón and El Misterio de Salem's Lot, because I ordered these books in Spanish. So I'm currently doing a Spanish GCSE, and my dad is fluent in Spanish, and I really enjoy Spanish, so I actually ordered these 2 books in Spanish to assist with my learning. So I've read Salem's Lot twice in English, and I've read The Eyes of the Dragon once in English. I love both of these books, and I thought that they'd be a really good starting point for maybe trying to dabble into Stephen King's books in other languages. And because I'm learning Spanish at the moment, I thought it was appropriate, and I'm really excited to learn more Spanish from these books. Also, these covers are stunning. I love them. I wish the UK would get stunning editions like these Spanish ones. They're incredible. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the non-Stephen King books, and the first one is The World to Come by Jim Shepard. So this is a short story collection, and I'm not entirely sure what all of these stories are about, but the main reason why I bought this is there is one short story in here that was adapted into a film called The World to Come, and it came out, I think, last month, possibly the month before, and it is just exquisite. It is so good, and I highly recommend that if you can find a streaming service that plays it, you need to watch The World to Come. It is one of my favourite films that has come out of the last few years. It is just stunning, so I highly recommend that you watch it. So I decided to get the short story collection that the original story comes from, and even though this book is like 200 pages, the story, The World to Come, that the film was adapted from is only about 35 pages. And to be completely honest, I don't know if I'm actually interested in the rest of the stories. If I really like Jim Shepard's writing style, then I'll probably dabble with the other ones, but I bought this book for the main short story, so... So next up, I got Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have been told by so many people to read this book. My English teacher told me to read this book. My head teacher told me to read this book. Everyone online is telling me to read this book. So I kind of got to read this book, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? I don't know anything about this book, and I'm not even going to read the blurb, because I think I'm just going to go into it blind and just see what happens, I guess. Then I finally got the very long-awaited You Love Me by Caroline Kepnes. I have been waiting for this book for so long. So if you did not know, this is the 3rd book in the You trilogy, and there's a planned 4th book, and I'm really excited. I've heard very good things about this 3rd book. I've heard that it's even better than the 1st, and I am ecstatic about it. So you may know this series from the Netflix adaptation, the show You. It was a massive hit, and it's brilliant. You should watch it. I also recommend reading the books. The first one's brilliant, the second one's not that great. But I'm really, really excited to dive back into this series with a brand new book. I am so excited. It's a little shorter than I would have liked. It's about just under 400 pages, I think. But if I can get more Joe Goldberg in my life, I'm just going to take that as a win. And then this one that you saw at the beginning is The Gilded Ones by Namina Fauna. So this is a fantasy book that came out just a few months ago, and I've heard really, really good things about it. I've actually read the first chapter on my Kindle, and it's a really, really gripping concept, and I'm really, really excited to dive into it. But I decided to get the Waterstones signed edition, which, one, I had no idea had green sprayed edges, so that was a surprise when I opened the parcel, but also it's signed, and I'm just going to show you. Oh yeah, it's signed. I think this is actually the first signed copy of a book that I own, so I'll probably always remember this one for that. Shit. Okay, so these are all of the 8 books that I got in this book haul. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big fat thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to see more bookish content from me. All of my social media links are in the description below, and I will see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.